Good morning, traders, and welcome to another live trading webinar. For those who join us for first time, my name is Theo, and today we're gonna have a look at the major news events. We're gonna have a look at the markets live, and if we're gonna find some opportunities, of course we're gonna execute our scalp trading on the DAX at the London Open. So let's get started. Let's make sure that everyone understands that this content is for general information only and is not intended to provide trading or investment advice or any personal recommendation. Also, as you know, every week we have the fundamental analysis in terms of podcast, in format of podcast. You can download it from the Spotify, from the SoundCloud, Speaker, and all the other sources, as you can see on the screen. And please don't forget to download the Admirals mobile application. That makes it so easy when it comes to investing, especially. Now, let's have a look at the Premium Analytic portal, and we're going to start with the top headlines as per Dow Jones. And the first one, Fed should pause rate increase after this week, former vice chair says. Guys, as we're going to see in a while, today there are the interest rates announcement in the US. The Fed, they were supposed to pause rate increase since last month, but all this change in the world order and with all this turmoil with the US dollar, they gonna try for another lift. We will check for how much the forecast gives when we flip it to the economic calendar. House Democrats try to force vote on debt ceiling. Why Washington let JP Morgan buy First Republic. Bud Light maker offers distributors free beer, more ad spending after Thailand Malway backlash. Man arrested outside Buckingham Palace after throwing items on palace grounds. Ukraine seeks to bolster air defenses after Russian missile barrages. Celsius Network seeks to fold UK affiliate into bankrupt US operation. And based on the calendar, today, Wednesday, May 3rd, we do expect the unemployment rate in the Eurozone to remain at 6.6%. I think a provider yesterday was forecasting for 6.7%, but that's what we see now. It's the updated number. If the market, though, if the unemployment rate will increase, and the market will also follow through that, we would expect to see some weakness in the euro. The opposite, we do expect to see the trend continuation. Later, with the New York session active, the ISM Purchase Manufacturer Index services are still remaining above 50. That's the benchmark. The 50 is the benchmark number. Anything above 50 considered as bullish for the currency. And of course, Fed interest rate decision from 5% that is currently, they expect it to rise to 5.25%. That's a 25 basis point increase. And of course, we do expect to see strong bullishness for the dollar. Guys, someone said about the sound. Good morning, Cherry. It's a double sound there, and also the quality of the sound is not good. Guys, please let me know if everyone has difficulty with the sound, so I can make some arrangements here. What about now? If it's better, sounds it's good. The sound is not good here too. No problem here, guys. From the live, the sound is not very good, but for the Zoom, they say they are fine. I try to lower the microphone. Maybe now it's better. Cherry, Carlos, what about now? I make some readjustments. Please let me know. Better now. Okay, so we identified the problem. Alrighty. Yep. I think it's much. I think it will be much better now. So let's move on and check the MetaTrader platform. So MetaTrader, better. Let me just use this. What about now, guys? Is it even better now? Check it. I just change it to another source. So let's start with the pound. With the pound and the US dollar. Market is trying to push higher, as we observe from this ascending triangle pattern. Yesterday, the sellers didn't manage to close any lower than these two lows or any lower than this swing. They left this tail. Today we are in the process of this bullish engulfing development. The market gapped down nicely. Now it just took the previous close. Therefore, we do expect to see some more bullishness. Let's check the 4-hour chart. Nice bullish engulfing yesterday, considerably at the level of support. Euro US dollar. Here, the higher low in price with this, we can say it's a piercing, bullish piercing pattern, and we expect it to lift the price higher. So for excuse me, for now we have to be very cautious, as we don't have any higher highs. We have a pattern that's also an ascending triangle. Excuse me, guys. This ascending triangle can lead to higher prices, but the market is stopped trending. So this area of consolidation here can create some obstacles also in the trial of the price to push higher. Australian dollar, US dollar bounced from this support, retest this tentative trend line where I'm pointing. For our chart, this came, we had the live yesterday and we saw the development of this doji candle. We're not going to call it a pin bar because technically it's a doji candle, very small body. The open and the close very close to each other. And we rejected this resistance, this trend line resistance. So we can expect to see on the 4-hour chart some more continuation to the downside, but from the daily perspective, we have to understand and acknowledge the fact that we are in a range, and the range has higher probability when we buy the bottom and when we sell the top. Now in the middle, we better shift our focus in another currency pair. How do you use your moving averages and which one are you using? Guys, moving averages here, I use the 9 exponential moving average. Here it's the 1, that's the 9, and then the other one is the 21. So the 9 and the 21, I try to write it here. That's the place. So the 9 and the 21 moving averages, okay, exponential moving average, if you want to use them on your chart. How do I use them? Really, when the market is trending only, I do pay attention to the moving averages, but I prefer to use support and resistance to enter. I will enter from the moving averages solely when the market is in a strong trend without giving deep pullbacks. And what is a deep pullback? It's a pullback from high to low. It's a pullback to 50% or 61.8 FIB retracement. The market, if it print out a reversal candlestick on the moving averages, rejecting any one of these moving averages without moving into the zone of 50 or 61.8, I will use them to enter in the market. What pairs are you looking at? Because we cannot see it clearly on the screen. So that's the New Zealand US dollar. Why you cannot see them clearly on the screen? Now we are on the US dollar JPY. Guys, give me 1 second, please. Which time frame, please? in any time frame. In any time frame, you can use them. Guys, bear with me. And let me bring the MetaTrader here up. Let's move this one. Is it better now, the quality? Chat is clear, but words. Okay. Okay. Is the screen is better now, guys? Thank you so much. So USD JPY. USD JPY. We were in this channel to the upside. We talked about this area here to initiate some long positions. Now the market came all the way to this resistance and it starts selling off. If you are trading order block setups or this kind of smart money concept, how you can find it on the internet, that's the most popular name. It looks like some shorts could be initiated from here. If you are purely trading the price action, then and the trends, then that's not in a consideration for now. So we observe that the market rally on the 4-hour chart to the upside, and now it's just trying to make some of the move back. Here on the 4-hour chart is more clear to see the swing. The 50% and 61.8%, it's a bit lower, another about 100 pips from the current price. So maybe we're going to see the price to move backwards. Also, please note this inside support. It can cause the market to stop and reverse. For now, I'm not looking to sell it. USD Canadian dollar, the moving averages, they turn to the upside. We have a higher high. We know this inside resistance, this point here. Market stopped, reversed temporarily up to this inside. No, that's not an inside support anymore because it violated 3 times by the time the swing created. So we are not looking for something at this point here. Bullish engulfing. This is over now. The market can push higher, definitely. If we're going to have, and that's a good lesson for you guys. Here it's a trend line, right? But actually, this is not a valid trend line. And why this is not a valid trend line? Because this trend line here, it touches 1, then it touches twice. But do we have 4 points developed from these 2 touches? That's the first point, that's the A, that's the B, that's the C. We are missing the D. Where is the 4th? So after we're going to have a higher high, then and only then this trend line, it can be named as an up trend line, tentative. All right, it's going to become valid if we see the price retraced back, and from there we can initiate some long positions. Euro JPY, after the impulse move, of course, the market will retrace. Now, we would like to see some stop and reverse around this area, so we will be patient. Nobody knows if this is going to end up as a reversal. If we bring the indicators like the MACD, we see higher high on the price. We see clearly higher high on the histogram. On the RSI, we see higher high in price and also higher high on the RSI. Therefore, we are not looking, we don't have any indications that the market will reverse. Pound came at a strong area of resistance and it reversed with this bearish engulfing yesterday. 4-hour chart, we had this successful double top on the 4-hour chart, bearish engulfing, entry here, stop there. It's not my trading style. That's why I didn't take any trades here. But for those who trade this stuff on the 4-hour chart, 80 pips, 160, it's the 2-to-1 price gave more than that. Therefore, it was a good trade. So higher highs in price, lower highs on the indicator. But guys, if you are watching 2024 pairs like I do, please make sure that you focus on some time frames only and not on all the time frames, because then you're missing the detail. Let's okay. Next one, Australian dollar JPY. Yesterday, market start pushing higher so nicely. At this point here, you see it was an area of resistance and the market hit the resistance and reversed. Now, are we looking for sales or not? On the weekly chart, we can draw this trend line here. It's a valid trend line. We have 1, 2, that's the third touch, and that's great. So let's make it a valid one. Let's check the swings. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 swings. That's a lower low. So this trend line has a lower high and lower low, and also a third touch. Let's make it a valid one. On the daily chart, now, we can technically we can short it. What's the reward risk? 150 pips. I would like to short it if the price is going to come in the middle of this one here. I will prefer to enter with a sell limit order at this point here and a stop loss above the high of that. So stop loss here, entry here, and profit up. Modify, take profit around 90. So now we make it about 75 pips, so 150, it's the 2-to-1. 3-to-1, it's somewhere here. Yep. So I will sell this if the price retraced here and sell off. From this point to sell and have 150 pips in the market, it's not what I want. It's not what I like. So I'm not going to rush to get into that. Sydney, what are the ideal parameters for RSI and MACD? I use the default ones, 14 for the RSI and 12, 26, and 9 for the MACD. New Zealand JPY price is trading within this area of consolidation on the daily chart. You see this consolidation. It's been a while that's here, since January. Market came at this area, and with this doji candle, now most likely it's gonna push lower. So if I was entering here, I would have done the exact same setup like the Aussie. I would have put a sell limit order here that could be get filled, and a stop loss above here, and a target at this inside. If you're gonna sell it, be very, no, it's this one here. Be mindful of this inside support. Definitely the price can find some rejection here. Okay, so a target, a short-term target can be this one. CHF, JPY in an uptrend. You see the different guys between the CHF and the euro, with the Australian dollar and the Japanese and the New Zealand against the Japanese yen. The Aussie and the Kiwi, they are in a consolidation area. They are ranging. The euro and the Swiss, they made uptrends. Euro Canadian dollar, nice bullish engulfing yesterday. So we do expect the market to keep climbing higher. If you're trading the 4-hour charts, 1-hour chart, you have a good indication that buyers are in control based on this formation. So today we do expect to see some more continuation. For intraday trading, this high here can be an area of resistance, and then this high here, another area of resistance. Let's check the indices, and we will come back to the currencies just to check if the DAX offer anything for today. There is, that's the daily chart, 5-minute chart. For the DAX, I will go short on this point here. I will place a sell stop order, and then I will place a buy stop order above this high. Why am I placing a buy stop order here? Because now finally the candle retraced. So if after 1 minute, if the candle is going to push higher, then it's going to get filled. Now this one here got us filled, but the market pushed us a bit lower. I didn't like that, so I will cancel this one. Hopefully we're going to get 10 points on this trade. There are 7 points if the market is going to come all the way here, unless it decided to false breakout. Remember, if we enter short here, our stop losses, they go above this high. And if we enter long here, our stop losses, they're going to go below this low here. So we are patient and waiting for the market to do its thing. Ten, almost. So it touched the lower band. I didn't close it. I'm still in the trade. That was 9 points. Waiting for a little bit push. Come on, give that push lower. Let's check the 1 minute chart. Okay, that's a strong support on the 1 minute. We do expect to see retracement, of course. Strong move to the downside, most of the times followed by a counter move to the upside. We will have a look, Mohammed, at gold and the WTI. Henry on daily looking uptrend, higher highs. Why short? Guys, 10 points. They already 12 points. They came here. I hope you close it. I was reading the comments and I didn't close the trade. What happened? The market is doing its thing. That's what happened. From our entry, the market gave the 10 points at this point here. I wasn't fast enough to close it. So I'm going to wait for maybe another trend leg to the downside. Everything will depend. Now the market can come to retest this area of resistance on the 1 minute chart. So keep an eye on. If you are still in the trade, manage your risk accordingly. All right. FTSE on the daily chart also yesterday it closed bearish. It's a bit hard on the daily to read this market condition. It's not that clear. We don't see any clear higher highs with a swing low to know where we can find some support and get into it. Dow Jones pretty much the same. Nasdaq market is giving higher highs in price, but all the indicators, they are pressing with bearish divergences. Yes, of course, I should say take profit next time. Definitely. Then S&P 500, we are at this area of resistance. On the weekly chart, in a long-term pattern, there is a tendency of the price to rise. But guys, let me give you a tip. Sometimes in trading, we get caught, and instead of finding our catalyst to trade, we try to understand and explain every market action. This cannot happen all the time because we lacked from our focus. Now, if you find the market conditions that you understand, like trending market or reversals, whatever is your trading strategy, then you focus on that. And when you flip between currencies or indices or any other security, try to see if your pattern is there. If it's not, and you try to explain what the market is doing, why is doing that, how is doing that, and what can happen next based on a pattern you saw for first time, then it just confuses a lot and it creates uncertainty within the mind. So try to avoid this. Let's check the commodities. Gold, nice bullish engulfing yesterday. If we're going to stop and reverse, that's where I had the arrow mark. If the price is going to stop and reverse somewhere at this point and it's going to close lower, we could see potentially and the head and shoulder pattern. WTI, we touched the 61.8% fib retracement. Also, this candle here, this high, it's an inside support. We will see what the market will do afterwards. Good moves on the WTI comes around 5 p.m. broker time, 3 p.m. GMT time, when there is liquidity and more activity in the New York session. Double top on the silver. However, we mentioned that the neckline is here. If the price breaks below the neckline, then we can see continuation up to this point where I have the arrow. Cooper, I'm still in the trade. I'm still surviving here. We see if the market is going to bounce and reverse. And Bitcoin, yesterday, inside candle. So far, nothing indicates any bullishness or bearishness here. Every market is waiting and anticipating for the Fed today, the interest rates. Be mindful if you're gonna trade intraday, make sure you are out of positions by the time the Fed will announce the interest rates. We don't know how much it's going to spike to the one side or if it's going to just move directionless. And to protect our capital at these events like the non-farm payroll on Friday and the interest rate, we better to be protected, either to be with hard stop loss in the markets, or if we are on some profitable trades, we secure some profits, maybe some break-even stops and all this stuff. So ladies and gentlemen, I have to wrap up for today. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you had a great session for one more time. I wish you happy trading. Remember, be careful tonight with the Fed's announcement, and I look forward to see you again tomorrow at the same time. Thank you so much.